Whew, man, the detail in the environment in that cutscene is still really great. It almost looks like a real location. And then the characters and their animations seem a little out of place because they're stylized. But anyhow, hey, welcome to Resonance of Fate 4K/HD edition. I thought we would try this for a little while, just see how the new port to the PC has come along, since I've been waiting for this for about 8 years. This game was originally released in 2010, I believe, on the PS3 and Xbox 360. It's possibly the, well, definitely one of the most unique Japanese RPGs you may ever experience. This is a game that I actually own on the PS3. It's 1/3 of a reason why I got a PS3. I just got a PS3 last year. Oh, no. The other two reasons were Persona 5 and White Knight Chronicles. Anyhow, let's get right into it. What sets this game apart is mainly its battle system, but we'll get into that later. For now, there's going to be another cutscene. I'd say they still, wait, actually, I almost forgot, because this is the second time I'm recording this, because the first time it didn't work correctly. Let's take a dive into the options. There are some different ones in this version. So let's see, you've got your normal and reversed axis controls, the anchor, movement speed, that's the little movement cone you can use in battle, starting anchor length, initial anchor position, yeah, all standard stuff. Yeah, you can customize your buttons, you can customize your keys. I'm using the ones, the default ones, because I find them fairly sensible. As you can see, it does have mouse support, but it feels like it doesn't quite work looking around with the mouse. I mean, it just doesn't work, and I switched those to, yes, okay, good. Space is safe and return. Right. So yeah, you can choose your button display between controller and keyboard. The default is controller, so please remember to switch it to keyboard if you are playing it on that. You've got the voice selection between Japanese and English. As for the text, you've got eFigs plus Japanese. I like saying eFigs. You've got the various volume settings, which is nice because that's still more volume settings than some games today allow. You know, just the speaker position if you're using like surround sound and so on. And then there's some graphics options, just mainly simple ones, but I've turned off the camera blur and the depth of field because I think the game is blurry enough as it is. It was certainly a bit blurry on the PS3, and with this version I have started to notice some more subtleties in the environment that I couldn't quite make out otherwise. I'm currently playing as this. Well, I am in this part. In the next parts, I put the resolution up to 1920 by 1080, but you probably won't notice the difference because of the way I'm recording this. Okay. So, let's start and see another cutscene which isn't really going to tell us anything. The story in this game, it starts out quite indirect, and it stays that way for quite a while. It's very slice of lifey, but I think that lends its, well, that works for the game's tone. It's fairly light-hearted, even if there's some weird things happen. Although I haven't completed the game yet on either the PC or the PS3, so let's see the cutscene.
I'm still alive.
Huh? What'd you say?
I'm really alive.
Not for long, you aren't.
I don't know how, but I'm alive.
How can you smile?
You're smiling?
Me? This is it.
Huh?
Don't look away.
But I don't look away. Which way?
Down.
You going out?
Get ready to head out. You too, Zephyr.
And with hardly an introduction, that's our party. a story mission has been added to the mission memo list. Just like that, we're thrown into the game. But the first thing we should do is go straight back into Sweet Home. Sweet Home Base. There's a chalkboard here. You can use that to save your game. Bestiary is over here. You can use that to check the resistances and stats of various monsters that you've defeated. Over here is the sofa. Make yourself at home. Resting on this will recover any lost HP and bezel shards. More on those later, hopefully. And over here is
Now we're talking.
Vacheron's secret stash. Okay, nice. Only Vacheron can take out the secret stash. It is secret after all. If we switch to Zephyr here. He sure has enough of the stuff. And Leanne.
What's that?
What a pigsty here, pretty much. Over here is the wardrobe. Oh boy, the wardrobe. It's a nice thing. You can well, customize quite extensively, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Well, I kind of just did, but hey. So, our 3 party members of Vacheron, Zephyr, and Leanne. Vacheron has slightly, well, starts out with slightly more health than the other two. Zephyr is good in the dark, and Leanne has raisins. Over here is Leanne's room. Don't mind that Zephyr is looking around it. Yeah, something later on might appear here, but for now, there's nothing. And if we go up the staircase, we'll arrive at the roof. Hope you're enjoying the tour of our home base. I don't know why I'm doing this. Ah, man, it's just nice to see this game in smooth high definition. And this is Zephyr's room. He seems like a simple person, and possibly a fan of double-barreled shotguns, it seems like. Anyhow, since introductions aren't really the game's thing, oh yeah, one other little detail, we can jump down here, except Leanne isn't brave enough to, the other two are. If only this hole were a little bit towards the left, then we would be able to jump right onto the sofa. Anyhow, Vacheron is a hunter, basically a mercenary, doing any odd job as long as he gets paid. And by the way, Leanne is the girl from the cutscene that we just watched. I believe she dyed her hair blonde, I guess. As far as Zephyr and Leanne surviving that fall, I have no idea. I'm wondering if that will be answered. You kind of have to connect the dots as far as the story in this game is concerned. Anyhow, that should be enough for now. In the next part, well, we'll continue on. Hopefully it shouldn't be too jarring, because I only had to record the first part, because that was the only part that didn't record properly. Anyhow, I hope you will enjoy this quick look at the game.